Britain, the future champion of free trade, utilized extreme protectionism. They placed heavy tariffs on Indian textiles imported into Britain, while simultaneously using their colonial control over India to flood the Indian market with cheaper, machine-made British cloth. The result was catastrophic for India. The skilled weavers of Bengal were wiped out. India was forcibly transformed from a producer of high-value finished goods into mere exporter of raw cotton for British factories. The colonial power famously kicked away the latter. They used protectionism to build their own industries and then used gunboat diplomacy to force free trade on their colonies, ensuring those colonies could never industrialize themselves. Even the infrastructure built by colonizers was designed for extraction, not development. Look at a railway map of colonial Africa or India. The tracks don't connect cities to each other. They connect mines and plantations to the sea to speed up the export of wealth. In the 20th century, the flags changed. Colonies gained political independence, but economic dependence is harder to shake. When colonizers left, they didn't leave behind functioning, diversified economies. They left behind nations addicted to exporting one or two raw commodities, with infrastructure designed only for exit and often saddled with immense debt. The physical occupation ended, but the financial structures remained. The systems set up in London and later adopted by Wall Street still govern global trade. Today, developing nations often must sell their resources in dollars or euros, currencies they cannot print, meaning they must constantly prioritize exports to the West over developing their own internal markets just to service their debts. The players have changed, but the flow of capital remains largely the same, from the periphery to the core. We live in a world where the economic geography was drawn by colonial cartographers. To look at the wealth of the West without acknowledging the colonial injection of capital is like looking at a skyscraper and forgetting it has a foundation. The history of globalization is not a fairy tale of mutual enrichment. It is a story of power, leverage, and the relentless pursuit of capital. On this channel, we don't just look at the numbers, we look at where they came from. If you want to understand the machinery beneath the headlines, subscribe to Foreign Economics.